popping off, boys. What a good session.
I think that was the best one. I think that was by far the best one.
Really?
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I like that one a
Hell
lot.
yeah. Thank you. That was worth it. Oh, man. So what did you like about it the most? I'm curious.
I don't know, the RP was phenomenal.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Oh, yeah.
man, every session just feels like an episode.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Love it. Love to hear it.
We've got like relationships and stuff going on too, like with NPCs. You know, like
Yeah,
I've got my relationship with Theo and Andrea and Leola, and now we have Celcius coming in, and Sir Everard's got his stuff going on, and
Yeah. War's always been making friends with Scaramucci. I like to see it.
Dude, I love that combo so much.
dream team.
Crow, we're gonna find you something good, all right?
No, you're fine. I'm just tired. What's it called? Krell's kind of a loner anyway. Fucking, he's realizing, like, I mean, in all reality, he's realizing no one in this party is like him.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why he's sleeping so far away from everyone. It's like, fuck this. Fuck these people. Fuck these.
It's not that Wurzak doesn't care about people, because he does a lot of alone shit. It's just that he just doesn't care in general.
Yeah.
He has his own motives. He's not smart enough to care.
And by Krell, like, so, little dissection of character. By Krell giving you, or like coming up to you and selling you the swords, the reason he sold them to you rather than just giving them to you is because he doesn't want to drop this fucking facade that he doesn't give a shit about anyone, but he desperately just wants a friend. At this point.
Fair.
It's getting lonely.
He's realizing that old Figg is very different from him.
Yeah. Literally polar opposite. It builds good character dynamic, though.
And while Raynald has a very similar composure to Krell,
I feel
I'm
like I
pretty
still,
certain
Reynolds'
Reynolds
concerns
hates
are
him.
still like
yeah, especially since he read that book.
I wish Hunter would like be actually here so he can like play his character out more. I have things I want to do with him, but I can't do them because he's not here.
Yeah.
I really hope me switching characters didn't ruin his vibe for the...
The only concern I have about you switching characters is just Kib still being around. I know that like he's going to be used as a pet, but that's a really strong pet.
Well,
I'm nerfing him for sure.
Okay.
He's not gonna have a +9 to attack anymore. We're done with that.
Okay, cool.
Make his
Yeah, is there
bow
like a
so
normal
bites
kobold
people.
stat block?
Yeah, there's a winged
probably do
cobalt
that.
stat block. It's called Urd, I think.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, well, I mean,
winged
I knew all of
kobold.
that. I just didn't know if there was one or if that's what Ryan was going to use in place.
And Ren had also said giving Reynolds a bonus action to use.
Yeah, this will increase his bonus action economy.
That sword.
he
is
can already
huge,
do-
yeah.
What'd you say?
That sword I gave you is huge. Like, that's a good ass sword.
Dude, I know. I'm so excited to have it.
Is there anything special about the wand? It's just an arcane focus.
It will that, and also it's a +1 to a spell attack.
Oh,
What a spell attack.
That's
Okay, let me put that in my inventory.
Let's see. Yeah, so you guys. So what I did was I planned for 2 outcomes in the fight in the beginning. Outcome 1, you get captured by the guard, which you guys were smart because I forgot that you welded the door shut.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was clutch. I definitely planned on the teleportation. Let's see. How did you guys feel about playing like loose and fast with the rules?
I like it.
I'm chill with loose and fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't even really that loose and fast. Everything was pretty.
Okay.
There's something special about moments that we don't have to worry about rolling. It's almost more like what's the word? Like theatrical. That's not the right word, but it's like it's almost like in the terms of role playing when you just remove like roles like that. But it's real smooth, and I like it because of that.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that. So when you got to the actual fortress part, there was more to that place than what you saw. But that's just how it is because you guys chose a specific way to go into it, so you got a specific outcome.
Yeah.
And of course you save everyone. They only teleport you out there. What do you think of Celcius?
Celcius is cool.
He's great. I love
He
him.
reminds me of another Celcius.
Yeah, does he? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what
he
were
was
you
there,
gonna say,
but
Richard?
I was just gonna say something else, but I'm going to talk about Celcius first.
Okay.
He was there, but he just kind of let us do everything, which was nice.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was kind of like a test to see how you guys performed.
Yeah,
But
that makes
I mean,
sense.
from what he's heard of you so far, like he wants to like give it a chance. So, and I mean, let's be honest, he does need people to help him with the revolution. So,
Well, and it helps that like we're his allies now, but we're also considered like heroes of the city.
yeah, let's just hope no one finds out you kill all the guards.
I mean, is there any way that people would? We kind of like.
I'll be honest, I don't think so.
Anyone who saw us, we killed.
With the way I set it up, I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, we killed anyone that saw us, and then we didn't even like leave. We just teleported.
Yeah, because I didn't plan for anything specific to be there in which you getting caught could happen. So as the way it's been going, you haven't been caught.
Yeah.
The Kingsman guards are a bunch of doofuses.
Big doofus.
Yeah.
I was originally really scared of them, but now I'm like confident that if we got in that basement again, we could kill every single one of them in the city. If they're just funneling in.
Especially now that we've all leveled up again.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, those are just pawns.
Yeah.
Those aren't the knights, the bishops, or the rooks.
Yeah. I mean, we wrecked those guys on the road, and obviously there's only the one knight.
Yeah.
But
you guys just have so much action economy, it's not even funny.
Yeah, but hey, Ryan, like, if you want to turn up the fucking difficulty, turn it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna have to. I'll be honest. The fight with the wax elementals went a lot smoother than I thought.
Yeah.
Even with a lot of like really bad rolls on our end.
Yeah,
I didn't
even if you need to bump up HP in like the middle of a fight, you don't have to tell us. Like, you could just do it.
I was afraid I was gonna knock Eli down the first fucking fight. That was gonna be bad.
You can also do something that Matthew Colville taught me about it's a guy I watch on YouTube that taught me how to DM. If you ever feel like your creature is just dying way too fast, instead of giving it a health bar, give it a turn limit. It needs to be alive for 3 turns at least. If you ever notice, like, say this is its health bar, this is its turn limit.
Right.
It has to get 3 turns, or it has to get 4 turns, or something like that. And then, like, creatures that are just dying, like, because everyone attacked them and, like, there were 2 crits, that won't happen again.
Okay. Let me ask you all this. Do you guys feel like you have been exposed enough to the idea of the whole thing about revolution and that things need to change with the Kingsman Guard?
Yeah,
I think we have. Yeah.
Do you feel like you know enough about key characters in the story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think this session, the stuff with Krell did a lot. Just for getting a like full, concise history of the 4 brothers. Like we had like a general sense of at least Luxius, like learning the stuff about Axis and Oxius.
Yep,
it was big this time.
Awesome.
I think I'm right. Where's Zach's back?
Hell yeah.
And I like this feeling of joining a faction. Like I feel like this is like the moment in Skyrim where like you meet like your first faction. And you're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's going on right now is you have Celcius' faction, which is unnamed as of yet. It's pretty new. You have the Coven, Leola's Coven. That would be a faction because they are their own entity.
Yeah.
The Crow Order is their own faction, which you haven't been really introduced yet, but will be over time.
Here, they're pretty stinky, right? They're sending wax things.
They attacked us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun little backstory to explore one day. The half brother.
Is that directly related to Krell, the character? More or less.
Ryan, your call.
Keep it a secret. Yeah, keep it a secret.
I mean, as a third-person observer, it seems like it, but that's just because they have the same name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And also, like having, and this is Tristan's second Krell, so I think yes, but don't tell us. Absolutely, but it's fun to unravel.
My first.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that you all are enjoying it.
Yeah, doing a very good job keeping up with all that.
My first Krell was in Richard's game. He was very different from this Krell.
Yeah, no, I mean this one obviously has had more time. I think you only played that one like 2 sessions. This one's good, but like well fleshed out.
And also that one was very, very like a good guy.
It was for like a series of one-shots rather than a full campaign.
I think I'm going to try and pick up the pace because I want this done by the end of the year. And also, I really want to get to some key moments I have planned.
A question.
But we'll see. Go ahead.
I know we just leveled up, but do we level up?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
want to chill on this. I want to chill on this level.
I already have an idea for the next level up. I think. Actually, I'll say that one for later. I'm gonna think about where we can go next. I'm kind of aiming towards like. So you're gonna say yes, I assume, for Celcius, right?
Yeah.
You already said yes.
Now that everyone's got his free will, he's definitely saying yes. He well, for one, because he wants to fight like the fight that he was fighting.
Started fighting.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good point. So Everard, it's like you've came back and nothing's changed.
It's like he's time traveled, kind of. It's kind of like he was fighting. This is what I was thinking of while he was talking and all that. Was like he was fighting this war 50 years ago, and kind of like went in stasis, and then came back out and is fighting another war. I think it's really good.
I mean, of course, he has all the memories in those 50 years or whatever, but yeah, he's like back in the same.
Yeah.
Were you like?
So the way I'm ruling this is.
Well, actually, I don't know.
For Everard, you were like set. So it's like an elf trying to go to sleep, right? Elves don't sleep, but they go into like a conscious state. Yeah, meditative state. That would have been like what would have been for you.
Okay.
It didn't like physically walk out of that basement.
Yeah, you never walked out. You were just kind of always mentally aware.
Got you.
Is the cat on the bag about his character?
No.
Okay.
Well, we're still learning little bits. That was just a question I had about his time.
I think Warzag knows the most about him.
Yeah, Warzag is the only character that canonically. How do I say the word? Canonically, there we go. Knows about. Well, kind of knows.
Yeah.
Ryan,
and that's one of the reasons Old Fig has so many questions.
I got a quick question. Does Warzag's radar get really weird readings from me?
Yes.
Because I'm like alive and undead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Cool.
I was real worried that Warzag was going to be upset. So he's not upset at dead things, right? Or is
he doesn't give
he just knows where they are.
Okay. I didn't know because I don't know like what level of like goodness you are. I don't know if you like vanquish all evil and you consider undead evil.
Everybody's undead.
Or everyone dead. I don't know.
No, I try to like give off like what Warzag's about by like gods and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like Warzag, he's more just chilling, bro. Like that's all he'd be doing.
Yeah. Vibing.
And I think I do a pretty good job of not making that character boring.
Oh, for sure, dude. It's a great character all around.
Hell yeah. And I feel like he's very useful.
Yeah, dude, you make armor and weapons for people.
Yeah.
A metal bending.
You make doing it. Too. Everyone has their place.
Gosh.
I just wish Hunter was here more to RP his character.
Yeah, I'll get on to him about it tomorrow. Chew his ass out.
Hell yeah.
Get him.
Because I think, like, I've been really interested in the idea of his backstory, because there's so much potential to do that.
Yeah. Do you think we're ever going to go to Korora?
That's up to you, brother.
Can you take us to the main map, the world map? Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
So, like, what I really want to explore, I don't know when it will be, but, like, the Silent Forest, God, I want to figure it out.
That will be coming up. Yes, that will be coming up.
Domovan Peak is on my list for sure.
Where is it?
Very center.
Below the map.
Did you say Saishin was the shitty people that fucked up orcs?
Yes.
Ah.
You would also not like them.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Who did the orcs side with over the elves?
So the orcs would have sided with Zenithan.
Okay.
So, like, it became, like, 4-on-1. So Uvalan was the ruler of all of the land besides Baltia. Baltia is, like, an unclaimed region.
Okay.
But, like, localized regions of the entire continent began forming, like, their own insurgencies or rebellions. And so those rebellions would transform into what you see now today, like, their own kingdoms.
Ah.
Wait, hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Does that mean that my character is going to be racist against elves?
You might
have to be one, right?
You don't have to be, no.
Okay.
It's just like some people still have resentment for elves because of what they like did, but now it's not as prevalent.
Well, I was literally just killing them, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
You can always respect your opponent.
Okay. Then that's the answer I wanted.
I have biases towards elves because, like, you and I, Eli, are the only characters that were alive during the Great War.
That's a good point.
Like, we know what's happening.
Who do you think's older, me or you?
Oh, you're older. I would have been like 6 or 7 during the Great War.
Okay, I was like 22 during the Great War.
Oh no, Warzag's only like fucking like 16, but in work years that's like 40.
Oh my god!
Because they don't live very long.
The patron Krell is the oldest.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, I guess.
He just has Alzheimer's.
But I 100% I think we're going to Carrera at some point. Like, if we get out of this campaign without going to Carrera, we did something wrong.
Where's Carrera again?
It's all the way to the right.
All the way to the right. That little island.
The big peninsula.
No, sorry, I'm dumb. Yeah.
The dam of MP.
Silly boy.
Yeah.
It is
having 2 party members that are from there. We got to go back.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, Ryan, is please make traveling fast. I hate this idea of spending sessions on traveling.
Oh, that's why I chose teleportation. I didn't want to have to fool with narrating, going back and forth between the castle.
There's certain times when you actually need.
No, and I get that, and I kind of want that because like it's great for like side quests. But like if we can avoid it, I would love that because
I think what I'm going to do is, for a place you haven't discovered yet, we're going to go through the journey of actually getting there. Once you discovered it, it's like fast travel.
Okay, perfect.
That's perfect. Especially like lower levels, loosely lower levels, but like when you're traveling somewhere that you've never been before.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense to travel.
It'll be a journey, you know. And if there's something I want to happen on a specific way back that you've already discovered, then we'll do with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of gives it away, but whatever.
And like just the example of the way you've done from Varan to the castle is perfect. It's like we yada yada the travel there. On the way back, we met Resistance, had a whole session.
Yeah.
And then basically every other time, it's just been boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah. Well, so what I hope happens is as you guys start making your way north or anywhere, like, because there's a lot of places you can go to in this part of the country, right? So there's all these cities, small towns. I want to try breaking into contract type stuff where we're gonna go to like The Witcher 3, you know?
Okay, sick.
Like you guys will go through towns, you'll maybe find a problem or two they're having, and you'll get down to the bottom of it if you care. But it's gonna be compelling enough to, make you do it.
I'm trying to make Warzag's artist skills like legendary and known across the land.
Yeah, you have the chance to do
it. Unintentionally knowing that he's becoming famous.
If we go to POV, I can introduce everyone to Galen's criminal buddies.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey Ryan.
Yeah.
Is speaking of like side quests and like doing like contracts and stuff, is there I forget what the word is in Skyrim. It's like those special items. Is it Daedric items? I don't think so.
Daedric artifacts.
Daedric artifacts. Is there like artifacts around your world that like you might not have thought about it, but I think that'd be pretty cool if there was like artifacts that we could like possibly get by doing these contracts or stumbling onto like these locations.
So, yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really tell you too much.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
but
you don't tell me anything. I don't.
I'll give you you've already experienced it.
So, like, is it like the crystal?
I can't say.
Okay.
Ryan, that thing that we've talked about in our messages, the one that I keep bringing up that starts with a P, would that be considered a artifact in your terms, or no?
I'll
type it to you.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of items, this wand, I just picked it as an inventory item. I picked the wand of the War Mage. It seemed appropriate, and it's a +1 wand.
Absolutely. That's fine.
I attuned to it. The only thing I had a question on is, in addition, I would ignore half cover when making a spell attack. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Cool. Texan kind of, in this context, was kind of a War Mage.
Yeah.
Oh, he was more of like a researcher, it seems like.
So what was your question, Tristan?
That thing I texted, is that what you would consider a artifact?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll consider it. something of high importance.
Okay.
So the way I've done it so far is with artifacts or items of high importance. The Kingsman Guard have collected a lot of them.
Oh.
So there should be strongholds you may have to fight through to get access to these.
Yo,
of course, I will sprinkle some here and there when you actually go exploring in different areas of the wild. But
Silent Forest artifact.
Yeah, I'll try and make these as few and far between though, because you guys are pretty strong.
Would Krell's sword be an artifact?
I guess.
All right. Well,
I mean, are we just considering
that power can be legitimately any level?
So what are we classifying as artifact? Like,
I don't know.
Powerful item or
like very specific items of power.
Like, think of like the sword in my case.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I will try and sprinkle this in there.
You know what sword I'm talking about?
Yeah, I couldn't forget.
Whose
sword?
The one that Kaya had.
Yeah, it was dope.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a weapon, like there
No,
was.
no, that's not what I was.
Yeah.
It's just like a very unique item that could have like a quest attached to it, or
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the Daedric artifacts, everyone had a quest attached to it. So
yeah, I know what you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to start sprinkling in the other aspect of the campaign pretty soon, and then hopefully I'll level up, and then.
Well, I can't wait for level 5. I get more spells.
I bet you do.
At level 5, I'll finally be third level in one of my classes.
Should I continue being fighter, or should I start subclassing? I don't know what's good.
Absolutely keep fighter until 10th level. Then
you're gonna get if you keep fighter, you're gonna get a lot of health score improvement / feat options. Yeah. Because you're gonna start getting them every 2 levels.
I chose heavy armor master.
Yeah, we're sharing that, which is pretty sweet. We got to keep in mind, if something is non-magical, you got to take off 3.
Yeah, and get +1 to your strength.
Yeah, and +1 to your strength. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was already calculated in all of this, though. I just got a ability score improvement, so my Constitution got bumped up and my strength got bumped up. It's pretty sweet.
I think Krell has only taken health damage in the first session.
Krell is just built different.
Yeah.
I mean, I always have temporary hit points. That's one thing, but I've never dropped below that since I got him.
I hide as a bonus action.
What is it?
I said I hide as a bonus action.
Yeah, I see you hiding a lot. What is it? What does that do for you?
It just makes it less likely that people are going to come after me and try to hit me.
I see.
The same way that Guru can.
Was funny though.
Yeah, it's like the first game there was the what's it called, the seats. I was hiding under the seats. This game I was hiding inside people. It's just finding ways to hide is fun.
So I think with this session you will get out of phase 1 of the campaign.
Sick.
Go into phase 2.
Eli, I'm gonna make you some plate, brother. Or at least some half plate or something.
I think that lines up, Ryan, where it's we've gone from 3 to 4, so we're kind of in that second tier now, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Most of us have gotten our ability score improvements, stuff like that.
So if you had to put a name, a word for it, what would you say was the theme or the key idea of this first phase?
Beginning.
Okay.
The beginning of a revolution or new adventure or
Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's I like that.
It's interesting too how the just the little almost not I don't want to say bottle episode, but the stuff with the Count of Tuscany.
Uh-huh.
How obviously he's not going to factor in ever again, but just it's an interesting seeing the way the world works, where these vampires that don't want to be bad, yet there are these humans that are so bad.
Right.
That makes sense. Just an interesting sprinkle on top of the sundae that is your game.
Awesome.
What did I miss?
I'm so happy you guys are enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
So good. All the effort you put in shows.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I love it when I can tell you're reading a script because man, it just feels so good.
Do enjoy writing it sometimes.
You use. Like the description is so good.
I posed a question to them just a moment ago. Eli, what would you say was like the theme you felt from this first phase of the campaign? Like what words ring out to you when you think of all that you've experienced so far?
I'm thinking, it's like we were like finding our way, like our reason, like our why we like are here and like why we're together, you know?
I would say injustice.
Okay.
As like a word. I don't know, what were the words that everyone else used?
We got some like revolution, injustice,
finding
setting the stage, I
one.
think.
Yeah. Like the word that came in my mind was just like development. Like all of us are just developing. But I definitely get that. Like revolution, that's pretty heavy, but
okay.
But like also I don't know if the story fully revolves around revolution, you know? So that's why I'm hesitant to say it. But yeah, I could definitely see this like first like little act, if that's what you want to call it, is like a call to action.
Yeah, well, I will say it will be a key part in the story.
Well, yeah,
I think that might be it. I think that might be what Eli just said, a call to action.
Oh, so those wax elementals, they have a cool little feature where if someone throws like a little fireball at them or like catches them on fire, their attacks become like they have extra fire damage on top of them. So
then they become slower and right.
According to the stat block, Richard, they don't like get any penalties except they actually they do get a penalty. They take damage, I think, after the next turn.
Yeah, I don't know which one you used. The ones that I looked at were like it says also takes 2d4 necrotic damage at the start of each turn, and its speed is halved.
Yep, you're right.
It's like it gets super powered, but it also like gets a weakness to it.
I thought it was a pretty cool little artwork with an interesting enemy.
My favorite thing though is just being able to like recreate the wax elemental as a projection in that mind. It was like that's exactly what I'm using that for.
Can you give me the description of what was on their head again? You said something about a book.
Yeah, let me...
I believe it was the symbol of the Krell Order. That's what I deduced.
Oh, okay.
So the symbol was like a banner with a skull, an engraved skull, sitting on top of open book.
Oh, I see. So yeah, so it was just like a symbol of the Krell gang.
Yeah.
Wait, so
gang Krell.
The Krell gang doesn't really hate us, right? They just hate the Covenant.
Yeah. They hated Leola.
You don't know enough to answer that question yet, but that I would say the thing with Leola is more personal.
Yeah, I mean, just based on like creepy dude upstairs going, "Hey, girls."
Yeah.
Wait, so was that her half brother then?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's according to old Figg.
All right.
I mean, I don't know necessarily that it is that guy that just came down was him exactly. Like, I don't know it as a fact.
Yeah, like she told you it was him, but you didn't physically see him.
Yeah.
Got you.
Canonically, when did we level up? In the middle of the night?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, I'm going to level up to Warlock and then use my Pact Boon to take Pact of the Blade and then make my weapon my Pact weapon. And now I'm no longer carrying it everywhere. I look unarmed.
Someday I will have downtime to learn spells.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately there's a lot going on for you right now.
It's fine. I still get 2 more spells to learn.
You guys having fun?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've enjoyed this character change so much.
Yeah, I could tell you really liked it.
Should I learn darkness?
Okay, I can learn 2 more spells now. You guys all looked at me like I had 2 heads when I asked them kindly to do something for us.
Well, no, it's not.
I'm actually on board. That's a good idea.
I know.
It's just everyone was jumping on, so I got on the bandwagon.
I know. Fuck you guys.
No, I think it's a great idea. I really do. I mean, it's strange to ask a 22-year-old to put a fence, like to build a fence.
I'm sorry. Fucking, we're in like medieval times. 22 years old was old back then. Eli's gone. Damn it. My get it crossed. I need to pick some spells. I'm debating. Do I take invisibility? What's my stealth like?
Yeah.
I want to see what my stealth is like, because if I'm just a klutz, it won't matter. Or okay, actually, here. Do I take invisibility and another second level spell, or instead of going third level warlock, do I do first level rogue and get expertise on stealth and intimidation?
I think you should take maybe the rogue.
The rogue.
I think here's what I think is anything that gets you closer to that cunning action is probably what you should do. I mean, my first suggestion would be, get something to level 4 first. But I know that you're not going to do that, so you don't have to do that. I mean, I'm not telling you to.
Well,
so I think maybe,
like, I really like the 1 level dip into rogue, just because you get so much stuff. Yeah. And I want to get
whatever gets you. And I think
too,
maybe the next thing you should get second level rogue because of the cunning action. The cunning action is just like, it's so good.
I took the heavy armor feat that Eli has.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do you want to take my old longsword? You can have it.
Absolutely.
All right. I will delete that from my inventory.
I now have expertise in intimidation and stealth.
I am ready to go, Ryan. We can upgrade my character now.
Okay. Say no more.
My character is prepped
I don't
as well.
screw your character up. I will Figg. There you are. You're updated.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, let's get you updated.
I'm quite pleased with the spells that I got. Very excited.
While I gotcha, I wanted to ask you guys something for my game. I can change the size of y'all's tokens so that it's like more. It shows more realistically how much like space you take up. Oryx, how much bigger are you than a normal person? Scale 1 to 10.
Oryx is like an NBA basketball player if they injected themselves with roids. That's how big Goliaths are.
Okay. Are you the same way, or would you be slightly smaller than Oryx?
I'm slightly smaller than Oryx. Like, I'm not as muscular.
Okay. Am I close?
But, like, I'm close to the same height as him. Most Goliaths range between 7 foot and 8 foot.
Eli.
What's up?
Compared to a normal person, how big is Dizeld?
Dizeld? He's like 6'7". I have his height.
Okay.
Let me see. He's fucking tall.
We're all kind of a fairly tall party.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Agathar, very diverse party.
Relty's very short.
He's 6'5". He's 6'5" and 200 pounds.
Okay. What about Marin? Marin's a fairly average size
Oryx
person,
probably
right?
weighs like fucking like
400. I think he's the most average size.
He's like either 300 or 400. I think you're right. Let me check.
He'll definitely be 400 if he's a big Goliath.
Yeah.
Because regular Goliaths are like 300.
I love playing Oryx, dude.
Yeah.
My favorite character to play, hands down.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a cool character.
Thank you. He weighs 300 pounds, so I probably should change that.
Yeah. Because you gotta think, dude, you're like 8 foot tall and like absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
I think everyone's size is right.
I'm very tall for a human. I'm also like 6'5", but I'm just like
I gave you
just like 140 pounds.
Size.
It always trips me up of Guru Kin because he's so tall. I always just picture him being short because he's like so fast.
He's like gangly. You know what I mean? Like he's like tall. He's just like stick and bones.
Yeah.
While I'm gonna work on Iodos's stat block.
Iodos doesn't have a stat block?
No.
This whole time. What if I wanted to fight him?
I made one a while back. If you wanted to fight him, I'd just open up the fucking Warlock page and be like, yeah, he's level 20.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew he was level 20.
Let's just do things off of here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, wrong tab. I'm really just making a D&D character sheet for him and then fucking importing that because it's easier than making a stat block specifically for him.
You have to have a fucking... You must have the D&D premium, D&D Beyond premium, right?
Nah, dude, I fucking just delete characters. I don't need no more.
Yeah. I deleted a lot. Right now, my only character...
I have Sly Cooper in my game, so... I have Sly Cooper in my game, so if you wanted to delete him, you can.
I
have
deleted him a while ago.
the game saved. Okay.
But I got Kib, Dezeld, Tyrix, Nico, and Sir Everard. I could probably get rid of Kib, right? I mean, I won't right now because I have no reason to, but...
I would hold on to him until the loot's distributed from him onto Reynold or onto other characters.
Oh, you're right. I don't think Kib has too much on him, though.
I don't got enough time to fucking go through 15 spells to pick up.
Oh, no, he's got all kinds of shit. Your standard adventure gear.
Everybody good to play My Game Wednesday?
I'm down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. I'll be at work Wednesday, so I might not be able to make it. I don't know.
We can always pull you in like later too, if you want to pop in at 9 or whatever.
You guys are still bulling.
Maybe if we just start at, I mean, and what I'm thinking too is like, if I get on at 7, I still want to like talk to everyone about their characters and get like them set. You know what I mean? So we probably wouldn't even start until like 8 or 8:30 is when we've been usually starting anyway. So
yeah,
I was talking to Ryan, Eli, and we were talking about just like you can be anything you want as far as like a race. You don't have to be a humanoid in the area.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No. I was giving examples of like, like different ways that you could come into the town. You can literally be anything you want.
You told me no to being a tiefling, right?
No, I said you could be a tiefling.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I said, yeah. I have it on tape. No, but yeah, anything you want to be.
Okay. Do you have can you give me like the story of your...
I put out a whole thing of just like preparation for the first game and things to think about.
Got you.
But mostly it's like a mining community. Like I was even giving the example to them when I was talking about it, about if you like you were talking about a skeleton, you could literally just be like a skeleton that crawled out of the mine one day.
That's pretty
have
cool.
Like forged a niche in the town. In that circumstance, you'd have to be like, I think that like the lady in the town would have probably given you a magic item, like disguise self, so it's not like there's just a skeleton walking around. Even then, I mean, it's not even necessarily necessary. It's such a like secluded area that like anything can really be possible. I was just saying that like the area mostly is like humans, gnomes, and dwarves.
Got you. But I guess you can still write in a tiefling.
Yeah, and like what Tristan did, he is a turtle that follows a different religion, the religion of this area. He had come in from like a trading group, because there's like constantly trading groups coming in like every few weeks and whatever, and like the mine itself is a very rich mine. Like there's a lot of outport and a lot of like import. There's always ways to find a character to fit it in there.
Gotcha.
Okay. The only thing I was trying to stress was that like there has to be a reason to be here.
Oh, can tieflings be black? Like not the race, but like skin color?
They can be anything.
Oh, they can be any color?
Thought so.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I know blue and purple and orange and red and black.
I'm gonna be
in Tristan's, I think in Tristan's handout, he has like a color coordinated thing. Like he does like different like tieflings have different whatever it's called typings.
Different types of what?
Like typings, like Pokemon, like
gotcha.
Like a white one is ice, or kind of like dragons, kind of like Dragonborn.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Is that what you'll want to follow? Maybe, maybe not.
I don't really care, honestly. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, definitely. This was by far. This was so much fun, Ryan.
Hell yeah! You are really like. I think Old Figg has been a star player.
I'm sitting here trying to have relationships with all your characters, and you're like,
I know,
dude, I haven't thought this through.
Job.
It's fun,
man.
That's the thing.
I'm just having fun. Sorry, go ahead.
I think he is.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want his character to feel like too singled out. Like he's not able to talk to anyone or do anything because like his ideals are too radical. But yeah, I'll have to work on it.
I think one of those things where like Old Figg can talk to anybody.
Yeah. I felt not like earlier you nonchalantly said you get to kill people as Old Figg. I was like, damn.
You get to kill more people if you come with us.
Like that's very persuasive.
Like from my point of view, there's not a situation where we weren't going with them. Just in terms of like, and I get it's different too because like obviously like I pledged complete loyalty last game to Zola.
Yeah.
And all that, but
you did.
It's been a very productive 3 days for Old Figg.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, you guys are killing it. But like now, you guys will finally be able to have like more downtime. Like we're gonna reach a low, and then we're gonna get back into somewhat of a high. I think that we're gonna enter phase 2 when you guys leave the castle.
Eli talks more this game too than he had at all the other games combined too.
Oh yeah,
he had like stuff to do.
I could definitely tell he's enjoying this character way more.
Yeah, and like just having like he was locked into like what his character would do in situations. It's like, we see Leola. Oh, I'm gonna run right to Leola. Oh, she's sitting there. I'm staying with her in the bed. You know,
his character has clear directives.
All right, I am back.
Me and Richard were just talking about how we noticed like how much you enjoy playing Survivor Art this time.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
And it's just like getting to talk.
Yeah, it was getting like I wasn't frustrated with like not being able to talk with Kev. It was more just like I was getting like bored. And I know that's like it's such a good campaign that like it's
such a roleplay heavy campaign too.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just having like Survivor Art and like just new character to be and like this is my very first lawful good, so I'm having a lot of fun like role playing that.
And that's the thing. Like when we were like, kill him, kill her. It's like no, this is my first lawful good character. I can't.
I did think that was hilarious though.
Put her in a coffin.
I don't know what Ryan would have done if I did that. What if I did?
That would have been a bamboozle for sure.
Yeah, fucking.
Be Curl's your best friend.
As soon as the seal breaks, he just goes from lawful good to like chaotic evil.
I need to watch some more Critical Role, not to like copy what Matt Mercer does, but to see how he reacts when his players do something he doesn't expect, and see how quickly he can just respond.
There's some really good moments, especially like I've only listened to this most recent campaign, but I've listened to it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, campaign 2?
Campaign 2, yeah.
Wow.
But, so like there's a moment where there's a witch that cursed Sam Riegel's character. That's why she's a goblin. And they have to get her to break that curse so that then they can use the wizard, Caleb, and turn Veth into a halfling again.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And they go to this witch, and one by one they go in, and like Marisha Ray's character goes in, and they're like, you could give up all of your new friends. And they go in one by one, and there's like evil deals. And then Laura Bailey goes in with Jester. And then she's talking to her, gets her distracted, and she's so charming. And she's like, do you want this cupcake?
I've heard about this. Yeah. Oh my god. The cupcake that was poison.
And it's like a magic cupcake or whatever that like, and then that gave her a benefit, and then she cast Modify Memory. She's like, oh, I just wanted to think that we had such a good time talking that she'll lift the curse. And then she like lifts the curse, and then forgets that she lifted the curse, and she's just like, nope, I won't lift the curse, and they leave. And it's just like the first time I listened to that, I've listened to it, I think probably only twice I've listened to that section.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's incredible. Yeah.
How did Matt react to that?
Well, the session ends and he's just like, oh my god, you are incredible, you monster. Like, god. That was amazing.
Man, never fails, huh?
It's just one of those things, and it's just like you can't help but listen to that whole section without just smiling. It's good stuff.
Just seeing the player do something unique, like something no one saw coming.
Yeah, this witch in the woods. It's like, oh, this is probably like an arc, just to like get this lady figured out in his mind, and then just like all of a sudden, it just like all comes crashing down. He's like, oh my god, this is incredible. Yeah, because
now she forgets, and he has to just come up with it on the fly.
I mean, it succeeds too. It's like at the current timeline, like Aunt is now Veth. She's a halfling again. Spoilers. But,
wait, so
I'm slowly making my way. Like the past like couple years or so, I've been slowly working my way through Vox Machina. But
okay,
I started listening at the beginning of campaign 2, and so I've just like I listened to that over a bunch of times.
I think I started listening to campaign 2 around like episode 60-ish, 70-ish. I've only got to episode 10, but like I think when I finish Supernatural, I'm probably gonna start watching that more.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Brian, you enjoying your? Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say, Richard?
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, how are you enjoying your like DMing experience? Is it going exactly as you wanted it, or?
I'm very content with it. Like, I think there are things I'm doing really well, and it's obviously working because you guys are enjoying it. there are definitely things I wish I was better at, like improvising. Like, man, I feel so dumb when you guys talk to my character in a way I don't foresee, or I don't have anything to think of to say, and I'm just like stuck sitting there, like, oh my god, what's this character gonna say? What voice am I gonna use? Like, that part's really killing me.
Too when you have me and I'm just sitting here asking a billion questions.
Yeah, that's why like I have to really pre-plan a lot of things because I need to, like, having responses made beforehand helps me get an idea of what these characters would say, and then when it comes to actually like role playing, I can just refer to something and I give you a quick, easy answer that makes sense and it's consistent with the story, instead of giving something that's like off the top of my head and doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
But like, obviously I can't do that for everything. There's always going to be times where you guys will do something I don't predict, or say something that I don't think you'll say, or a question that it won't even be asked that I thought was going to be important. So
I'll also say, like, I think that consistently throughout, like even like in the very beginning, I think it was always better in reality. Like the whole campaign is better in reality than Ryan thinks it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like even like when you were a little like iffy in the beginning, like it was fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's burdened with knowing what doesn't go as planned. We don't have that burden. So like all we have is just like a story that we're there to enjoy. And Ryan's like, oh man, like this didn't work out, or like I didn't do something the way I wanted it myself to do it. And it's like we don't know if you messed up or not.
So like even at the fact that like you're saying now, like, oh, you're content with it. We're all here, like, this is the best one. Like, this is fantastic. This is like, awesome. Fireworks. Yeah.
Would you say Ryan has gotten better at, like, predicting our behavior?
Yeah. Like, so, like, this time was easier because there was really only like two things that could happen. One was I had planned on Amelia using teleport because, to me, she wants to get everyone out of there. That just seemed like it would be a reasonable reaction for her. So
the thing with that is that the whole last game I was like, Amelia, can we teleport these people away?
Yeah. So my original plan was, if those things were still alive, that like as the last ditch effort, because the Kingsman Guard were coming in, she would teleport you all out of the room, but it would also drag the wax elementals with you all. But at least you're not like having the guards trying to come down and give you more problems. You could fight in the safety of Castle Tuscany and, not be bothered. But you guys ended up killing the things anyway, and all it was left was the guards knocking on the door, and you guys skedaddle. And then
I'm afraid they're still alive.
So they're dead.
Oh, confirmed.
I think our characters saw that they were really dead, and also like we took all that time, which is one of the things I was going to say was the really good thing you did to like cover that is that like she had to find the book. She's never done the spell before, and also she had to rely on the 3 spellcasters in the group to like actually.
Yes, that was the plan.
So I think that was a good thing. But then because we did all that, like they were definitely dead because they would have kept attacking us in theory if.
Well, I mean, I feel like
they were just knocked out,
neutralized, but maybe they'll just like slime their way back to.
That's for me to figure out, and for you guys to find out.
Like even like demons, you can't really kill it. You just like ban it, or fiends, you just banish it back to its home world where it slowly materializes or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know if those gross little things are going to come back bigger and better or what. But
I can see that.
That's why I was trying to scoop that thing in the drain and have it be carried out into the coast.
But you're coming the drain.
Yeah.
God, that was so funny.
She was teleporting us too fast.
I got fucking railroaded by the fucking cum song. I can't believe that.
What was cracking me up about it was like you said cum like 3 times in the same sentence. And I was like, is he planning this, man? Cause this shit's cracking.
I forgot what I even said.
You said the king's men.
Come on in here and
come on in here
and come and get it or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just that's too much. But enjoyable nonetheless.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting railroaded by the cum song. Probably never saw that.
Didn't foresee that one.
Yeah.
All right, time to get started. So, last on your adventure, come.
Oh,
I forgot how fucking vulgar that song is.
Yeah, dude, it's God. I'm excited to get into phase 3 because that's when the collector will come back.
Would you say we're officially in phase 2 now?
Yeah, you're gonna be in phase 2 when you walk out of the castle.
Very cool.
And that'll be for a couple of levels, and then next we'll get into a very exciting arc. At least for me, like I've been thinking about it a lot.
How many phases do you have?
5 planned.
5, okay. Do you plan for us to be level 20 at the end of it? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really? And you want it to be done by the end of the year?
Yep.
All right.
That is the goal.
It's very cool. I've always wanted like a high level character, but like one that matters, you know?
Yeah, my vision for the ending has always been a raid.
A raid?
Like, yeah, a raid.
You don't. I wouldn't give too much more.
That's okay. That's it.
But I don't know. I could just picture it. Like it's gonna be sweet, especially with the music you have picked out.
Oh, I've already got it picked up, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
I already know the stage.
I know you said that's like really what like spawned the whole world.
Yeah.
Was like
it's crazy. Thinking of the end can really inspire you to create the beginning and like the middle. And yeah, you're right. Like thinking of the ending for me, it just came in my head one day. Like, oh, this would be cool. And I got excited about it, and I started making it into a campaign.
I know we've talked about it before, but I think it's insane that you can just create this whole complex world out of absolutely nothing. You know, like.
To be fair, there were a lot of things that were inspiring. Like the Count of Tuscany was literally from a single song. The Coven, American Horror Story Coven. Like, it's hard not to take inspiration from other things, but I want to try and do it in a way where it's like, I don't know, unique.
No, for sure. I mean, it's still like there's a world with a story and people that have stories to themselves. It's just like,
yeah,
there's so much that's like that was just created. I don't know. It's like, you know, piece by piece, it just became a whole picture.
Yeah, that is really satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I hope we continue this good story.
For sure.
I told what's her name, Andrea, that her daughter was never kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably a nice touch. She would.
Yeah, intents and purposes. I mean, she wasn't kidnapped. I guess she was for like a minute, and then she was like, "Hey, want to come to wizard school? Sure."
Yeah, pretty much.
This is great.
Come to wizard school.
Is this
pack your bags?
Is that the whole world?
On the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole world.
Okay. So I guess it's got to be pretty big.
Yeah, like
across the whole globe.
I think I said before, Edirith to Veron was like a month travel. I think I incorrectly said that it would take him several days to get from Edirith to Veron.
See, hold on.
And I mean, like, different planets can be different sizes. You know, like, even if it's a planet that is the size of, like, Asia, if it's rotating slow enough that it still fits in a 24-hour cycle, like, it can still exist.
Yeah. Fun fact, there are 2 moons on this planet.
Oh, really? Do they come into play in the story?
Maybe. I just wanted 2 for flavor, you know?
Hell yeah. I'm kind of sick that our planet only has 1 moon. You know, why can't we have multiple?
Yeah.
2 suns is basic, but 2 moons? Perfect.
Wait, who has 2 suns?
A Tatooine. That's Star Wars.
How would that even be possible?
It's not possible.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I guess technically it's like it's 2 would be like 2 solar systems that are fairly close to each other. Like it's rotating around one of the suns, but it's close enough to another sun that it's still visible.
I got you. Ryan, this is a question for Ryan, but like wouldn't the suns just like pull each other to each other like really fast? Or relatively fast?
If you are near a small sun and it's far enough away from a big sun, they would look the same size without actually affecting each other's gravity, I think.
So the stars you're talking about are called binary stars, and they do orbit each other. And yes, theoretically, they will eventually collapse with each other and explode, or make an even bigger star. Say that what you're talking about again, Richard.
I was saying something different. Yours is probably more like factual of like something that happens. I was just saying like obviously we can see all the stars in the sky. They're just very small because they're farther away. But if there was a sun that was bigger than our sun, but farther away, it could appear to be, the two things, different sizes that are different distances.
I'll tell you this. Size doesn't always mean brighter. Temperature is the key factor for determining brightness. The hotter something is, the brighter it is.
He was just talking about size, though.
Just talking about size, yeah. I'm talking specifically like trying to rationalize Tatooine.
Size? Do you mean the physical, like the volume or the mass?
I'm saying like if I'm standing on Earth and I look up into the sky, there's two suns that look to be the same size to me.
Okay.
And like one of those suns could theoretically be farther away.
Yes, magnitude. Yeah, there is a way to determine distance through magnitude. I haven't thought about this in a long time.
I didn't know that stars could orbit each other, though.
That I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like Absolutely. One star orbits another star, or do they just like have this like weird relationship where they're kind of moving with each other?
Sort of a push-pull thing.
1 second, let me pull up my fucking Facebook. I have my minor in astronomy, Oh,
that's right, you did get a minor.
Nature of the stars. Let's see, what are binary stars? At least half of all stars in the sky are actually multiple systems. 2 or more stars in orbit about a common center of mass. Analysis of the orbital parameters of these systems provides vital information about a variety of stellar characteristics, including mass. You have different types of binaries. You have optical doubles, which are not actually binaries at all, but simply 2 stars that lie on the same line of sight. They have similar right ascensions and declinations. As a consequence of their large physical separations, the stars are not gravitationally bound, and hence the system is not useful in determining stellar masses. You have the visual binary, which both stars in the binary can be resolved independently. And if the orbital period, which is the time it takes for it to orbit each other, is not prohibitively long, it is possible to monitor the motion of each member of the system. Let's see. You have astrometric binary. If one member of a binary is significantly brighter than the other, it may not be possible to observe both members directly. Eclipsing binary. Binaries that have orbital planes orienting approximately along the line of sight of the observer. One star may periodically pass in front of the other star. Spectrum binary. So a spectrum binary is a system with 2 superimposed, independent, discernible spectra. That's a little above my head right now. Doppler effect, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I was getting fucking brain blasted in that class almost every day.
It was for sure.
That was fun. Like, I had some really good teachers.
Off topic, I didn't know the Garden of Eden was actually where one of the wizards were staying. So it was cool to learn that.
Yeah, Noxious. So I learned a little piece of like D&D trivia is that like famous wizards will create like flying cities for themselves and like just ball out in their trap house. And so I went ahead and originally the Garden of Eden was not going to be that, but I was like that would make more sense if it was that.
What did you have planned for it before?
I hadn't thought that far ahead yet.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it looked cool in the character creator screen. And or not the character creator, the map creator. I was like, that looks quirky. Put it in there.
Hell yeah. Is there another wizard at the Solomon Isle?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna murder all these wizards.
Yeah, wait, so we got one wizard in the Garden of Eden. Where are the other brohams?
Well, you don't know where he is for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, according to official reports, Noxious and Axius are nowhere to be found.
Oh,
Lux. It was reported that Trixius is dead, and Luxius is obviously the head honcho of the Kingsman Guard.
He probably got his brothers locked up or some shit. But as I say that I want to kill them all, I realize that like every character that I've wanted to kill so far is now like our best friend.
Yeah.
Such as the brothers and Leola.
Oh yeah. You wanted to kill Leola? I guess, yeah.
Briefly.
That was a good story, by the way.
About half an episode.
Yeah.
What story?
Building up the story to think that like Leola was like evil, and then like get coming out like you were.
Yeah, like yanking the rug out from under us, and then switching it into we have to save all their girls.
Yeah.
And then also rescue her.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned out nicely.
All right, I think I'm gonna get out of here. It's 4:30.
Yeah.
4:40. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys Wednesday.
Take it easy, Richard.
All right. Peace out.
If you have any questions, Eli, or any thoughts, let me know.
Okay, I will, and I'll read over that handout you put in there.
It's pretty, like, I'm very, like, loose about everything. It's just, like, there are certain, like, specific, like, it can be anything you want, it just has to fit in a little box.
Okay. Will you help me write it in, or are you taking full control over the write-in, or am I supposed to figure it out?
It depends, I mean, what time you get on, but, like, just have a general idea of what you think. Like, I've been talking to Ryan about his, and I, like, changed a couple things, and it wasn't even, like, the core elements, it was just, like, how it fits into the town, if that makes sense.
Got you.
Yeah. That's really helpful.
Yeah, it's super chill.
Sounds good to me.
All about fun.
Oh man, that's a net 1. God.